Sorry that he hurt you. Sorry that he broke your heart. I'm sorry that you placed your dreams in his hands. And then it goes to the chorus. It says, I'm not sorry that I have you now. I'm not sorry that he broke his vows. Baby, your heart is always...
All right. Don't give him
Don't
too
give it up.
much.
Don't give it up. Silly you, silly me, silly we. Hi, I'm Michael Hill, Michael O. Hill, and thank you for tuning in to my video. Now, before I get started, I just want to remind you of a couple things. Listen, I've got my website up, michaelohillmusic.com. If you remember, I just released a mini movie music video. Try to say that 5 times fast. Now, that was a 20-minute video, and I had people say, wow, it was a mini movie video. Yes, it's a mini movie video with my song Let Me Down Easy at the end of it. But don't sleep on it because there is a part 2. There is an actually made movie coming with that, so you need to be on the lookout for it. And in the music video, I had people say, okay, I saw the video now. They asked me certain things. I'm not going to tell you what they asked, just in case you haven't seen the video yet. It's my mini movie music video, Let Me Down Easy. It's on YouTube. It's actually on my website. So you look out for it because coming soon, the actual full-length movie. Also with the video, there was a music video which is going to be available in the actual track. So keep looking out for that. You can find it on 16 Bars Multimedia and also on my webpage, michaelohillmusic.com. The actual music, the actual track from the video is going to be available real soon. So keep looking for it. Also, I want you to go to 16 Bars Multimedia and check out all the great things that they got going on there. There's a great book, Conqueror's Quest, a book of amazing poems that's there. I actually have a copy of it. One of those poems actually just changed my life. It's kind of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now. So I want you to go check out their website, check out my website as well. And I wanted to get all of that out of the way. But today, I have a video for you. That video I have for you is part 2 of Who Are You? So if you haven't seen the first video, I want you to go back and check that out as well. For all of you guys over 50. And again, if you don't happen to be 50 years old, it's okay. If you're not a man, it's okay. Because I'm sure you know at least one that's 50 years old and older. That's my passion. Because I really did not start living and realizing who I was as a man until after that age. I mean, yes, I had a family. I had a job. I had many jobs. Most men are going to actually have 2 to 3 jobs in their lifetime, and they're going to hate most of them. So I had a job. I had a great family. Had kids and all of that. Bought cars, bought homes, all of that. But I really did not understand life, understand who I was until after those things. And that's what I want to share with you, because sometimes we can let the busyness of life kind of take over our lives. And what you do is definitely not who you are. And that's sort of what I want to deal with in part 2 of video today. So as I said in the first video, you're not your appearance, although when you're young, 18 to 29, you think you're handsome. I mean, I thought I was, and I'm sure you did as well. You know, then after that you've got college, if you went to college or not. At least you went to high school or a GED or something. So you had that part of your life also that was important to you. Then after that you started a family, you raised kids, you started working, you bought houses, you bought cars, and all of that became who you were in your own mind and in your own heart. But now that you're 50 years old, it's like you're saying, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? Who am I now? And we settle into what we were. Although the kids are grown, although they're out of the house, whether they're in college or not, you're still trying to get them to come over. You're still trying to figure out ways to connect to them because that's all you've known. Or even when it comes to the job, you hate the job, but you do it. Even after you retire, you get tired of working, but you have nothing else to do, so you go back to work and you hate every day that you do. So I want to give you a different way of looking at who you are now. Hopefully, you have a lot more free time on your hands. Hopefully, you have a little extra income on your hands. So what I want to do is help you to understand where you are in that phase of life. And again, there are so many motivational or life coaches that are saying the exact same thing that I'm saying. The material that I'm sharing with you is not new. But I'm just hoping that I'm able to continue to inspire you the way that others inspire you. So let's jump right into it. I've established you're not your money, you're not your looks, you do not look like you used to look, so get over it. You are not your job, career, any of that. So there was a scientific study done, scientifically proven. Anything and everything that I'm telling you, you can actually prove that. That from age 0 to 7 years old is where you build your core personality traits that define who you are. And they're just as unique to you as your fingerprint. They're uniquely you. But as you grow older, you're not even taught those things. You're taught school, family, jobs. So let's set that aside. Let's take that and put it on the shelf for a moment. Let's look at these traits that you have developed long before you even knew that you existed, from 0 years to 7 years old. And those follow you everywhere you go, in everything that you do. You know why they tell you, man, you are a great employee. Great employee. I love having you work for me. It's because of your personality traits. Or your friends say, dude, you the man. It's because of your personality traits. And the family said, I just love Dad. Or your wife says, honey, I just love you so much. Or not. It's because of your personality traits. So once you realize that and you focus on those things, it helps you to understand that you take you into everything that you do. Regardless that if you're on the golf course, you take you into that. If you're still working, you take you into that. If you still have a family and friends and a member of social groups, you take the you into that. And it's important that you understand it's the you, so you can focus on those traits and understand that they can be cultivated, they can be built. So there are 5 basic personality traits. And what they are is openness to experience. And again, this is scientifically proven over years. Open to experience basically means you embrace new things, you embrace new ideas. And how great is that on a job? How great is that for developing new projects and things like that? But they don't look at it and say, you know what? You are just open to experience new things. They would tell you that, dude, I like that. But it's because of the personality trait, experiencing new things. So now that you know that and you go into situations, you can pull that part of your characteristic into play. Oh my God, this is not happening.
This every single day, it's the same thing, the same old thing. I'm just over this. every day. It's not this, it's that. Father God, why am I in this marriage? Why am I in this marriage? I'm tired of it. I'm so fed up, and I can do better, and I don't have time for this. I just need to get out of this place.
Can we talk about this?
I'm done. I'm totally finished. Listen, I'm over this. I'm over this marriage. I'm totally done, and I'm gonna don't.
Who said these eyes were not supposed to cry? Who said this heart was not supposed to break? Who said this love was not supposed to hurt? And nobody told me I'd be hurting over you. I live my life on the line.
So it's understandable that you are a great employee because you do embrace new things. Now, let's take a look at something else. When you were in college or when you were in just regular grade school, why was it that you did so well on tests? Why was it that all of your friends says, would you help me with my homework? Would you help me study for a test? It's because you were conscientious, very thorough in the things that you did, very well thought out. And that's because you were conscientious. But they did not say, would you help me with my homework, because you are very conscientious. They just said, man, you just know how to put all this in perspective. So what I'm doing, I'm giving you those reasons why you did what you did and you were the way you were. So now that you're 50 years old, the things that you enter into now, you will know why you are the way that you are. Or how about being an extrovert, outgoing? Have you ever watched these sports channels or these extreme channels where these people are doing this extraordinary, I mean, they're doing stuff that you could say, I could never in my life do that. They just have the personality trait of being an extrovert. There is nothing that they wouldn't do, nothing that they wouldn't try. And they understand that and they know that. Just sitting down in front of a TV is not what they do. And that's because that's the trait that they have. And they realize it, they understand it, and they actually go for it, which makes them a better person. They're in that place of peace. They're in that place of perfection. They're in that place of wholeness. And once you do have certain traits, and you are aware of those traits, they help you in every other area of your life. Now, there's another one, being agreeable. You ever had some people that you just like to be around? You just feel good in their presence. And it's because they have the trait of agreeableness. They're kind, they're sympathetic, they're cooperative, they're loyal, and it just oozes out of them. And that trait was developed between 0 and 7 years old. So you have to understand that these are the things that make you who you are. These are the things that allow a wife and kids to be in love with the man of the house, because he's loving, he's cooperative, he's loyal. And those traits, you don't say, oh, I'm so loving, I'm so cooperative. You just know that they love you for those reasons, and it's because that's your personality trait. And then there's another one, which no one wants to be, but it exists, and it's neurotic. And that basically saying you have deep anxiety, you have a lot of anger, emotional instability, and I'm sure everyone knows someone like that. Everyone knows someone like that. Again, it's a personality trait that was developed because of certain situations and life from 0 to 7 years old. Being raised by certain parents, being raised and being in certain environments over those years. When you're first born, you know nothing about nothing. Everything that you see, you're like a sponge. You just absorb, because as a child, you're learning. Like when you were in your mother's womb, everything that mother ate, you absorbed, because that was your only source of life. And then once you're born, you absorb everything around you, from what you hear, what you see, what you smell, what you taste. The whole environment becomes a part of you, and that's you throughout your life. So now that you understand it's not the what you do, is the who you are, I want to just tell you that from those 5, everything else stems. It's like a tree branch that things stemmed off. And that's where you get a person that's respectful or warm or affectionate or positive or loyal or honest, and all of those things come from your personality traits. So 5% of what you do every day you're conscious of. Again, scientifically proven, but there's 95% of you that kind of runs on autopilot. You don't even realize you're doing those things. Like for instance, walking. You know you're walking, but you really don't pay much attention to it. How about breathing? How about blinking? Those things you do automatically. However, if you're getting ready to start your car, for that brief second, if your car is locked, you open it. You know mentally you're opening your door. Or if you are driving, you know that you put on your signal and turn. But however, it becomes subconscious after that. Have you ever been driving and you get home and you say, wow, I don't even remember driving home. Was that red light red or green? You don't even remember it because you did it subconsciously. And that's the way our lives are run 95% of the time. So I'm giving you that information so that you will now go back to realize and try to figure out what are your personality traits, because you're going to need them in the next 50 years of your life. You don't have to be so concerned about school anymore. You're not in school. You don't have to be so concerned about your job anymore because you really hate your job and you know you do. You don't have to be concerned so much about the wife. Hopefully you're continuing to show her that you love her and y'all are building. But now it's time for you to figure out what are you going to do for the next 50 years of your life. So I want to talk just briefly, and see, I made notes just so I don't forget what I want to share with you. So there are steps into you kind of backing off of I'm my job, I'm my family, all of the accolades that I've achieved in my life. I'm the president of this organization. And I want you to think in terms of I am a conscientious individual. So regardless to what I'm doing, I am that. And you can build upon that. You can know that that's one of your strengths. You can know that that's one of the things that causes people to want to be a part of your life. And the more you're conscious of those things, trust me, doors begin to open once you realize you focus in on those things. Now, I have some steps that you can take in order to stop looking at the what you do and start looking at the who you are. And first, you need to focus on your own life, not someone else's. Focus on your own particular life. Because if you look in the mirror, you are actually bits and pieces of everyone that's in your life, from your family to friends to your co-workers, and you have become what they have titled you to be. So first of all, you need to back away from that and just really sit and think. I mean, why do people like me? Or why do people dislike me? Because remember, there's a neurotic in the 5 personality traits. And if you know you are that way, and people really don't like to be around you, people stay away from you, if you're aware of that, you can put 4 steps to start changing that. Because now you know that's what it is. I'm always arguing. I'm looking for an argument. Or if you happen to be the conscientious one, or if you happen to be the one that's open for new experiences, you can take those things and you can develop your life from here. You can know that's you. And then you see certain situations and certain opportunities that you're kind of drawn to. Start looking at that in that light. Not just to do the task, but you do it because this is your personality trait and you can do it well. So, and another thing, I'm out of time again. I was going to let this be the last video on this, but we have to do just one more. So I want you to look out for part 3 of Who Are You? Because I've got a couple more things that I want to share. But hopefully I've shared enough with you for you to understand that, yeah, I've done a good job because this is my personality trait. Or I've caused this enemy because that's my personality trait. And so in our next video, I'm going to show you how to kind of put these things together so that you can begin to take your life and the next 50 years, make it very productive. So thank you for watching, and I just need you to, again, do a couple things for me. I want you to go to 16 Bars Multimedia Studio. They've got so much on there. This is a full-service studio. They do editing, they do music, they do movies, they do photo shoots and all of that. And I want you to go to my website, michaelohill.com. I've got a few things on there as well. The music is there. I've got, this is called Project Reinvent. This is the video that you're looking at. And Project Reinvent is for guys over 50. So, and I also want you to check out my website because I have these there. It's called Project Reinvent. This is the platform that I'm using to reach men over 50. I mean, guys, we've got to stick together on this thing. So go check out the website. Go check out both websites. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Oh